walk. Yeah. We're going to be right there. And we're going to go up this way, right in the middle.
You're gonna stay here. So you can face out, and you guys can. I'll be standing like this, and you can face out. Okay. Yeah, exactly. She'll stand
Take
facing
me all the way up to Jim. Stand between,
Like for example.
yeah, like right here. We gotta get everyone, Grandma, let's go.
See, I'm not good at taking good serious pictures. I just take the ones where people are just like, you took that picture of me. Those are my favorite. Jody, your pet's blocking everything. Big enough right to shoot.
I made a big series.
Oh, am I blocking you?
No.
It doesn't matter.
I'm blind even now.
That's fine.
Actually, that's one. He turns away when you point that camera. How are you supposed to take a picture of anybody?
All right. Can everyone please stand?
Here comes the ride.
Okay, please be seated. We're all here today to celebrate the relationship of Jim and Melody, and to be witnesses and supporters of the commitment they share with one another. Together, you are a group of very important people in their lives, and they brought you here to publicly recognize that you have all played a special part in the love they share today. Speaking of important people, who gives Melody away in marriage to this man? Okay, now time for a little story maybe not everybody knew. You wrote this with me, I didn't just come up with it, so, okay. In May of 2006, Jim and Melody met on a dating site. They talked on the site, then directly through email for quite a while. Then Jim gave Melody his phone number, and after a while, she finally called him. They talked on the phone for hours each time, and finally Jim asked to meet Melody. He offered to make dinner for her at his camper where he was living at the time in Sandy Creek. So Melody drove to Sandy Creek to meet Jim one night for dinner. They talked and talked for hours. In the meantime, Jim mentioned there was no cell phone service unless you went outside. After hours of talking, Melody checked her phone for messages. Jetta had called several times in a panic. Melanie called her finally, and boy, did she get yelled at. Jetta reminded Melody of the time and said, "Do you know how many hours you've been gone and how many times I tried to call you with no response?" There's an exclamation mark in there. Jetta wasn't going to bed until she heard from her mother, and it seemed the shoe was now on the other foot. 9 years later, who knew they would finally make it legal? And how did Melody know that Jim was not a serial killer or a pedophile? She wrote it, I didn't write it. Unfortunately, he's not. Marriage gives permanence and structure to a couple's love. It's a way to tell one another that no matter how much you might get on each other's nerves, we're still in this together. Marriage is telling the person you love that you're not going anywhere. A strong marriage must be built on the foundation of this commitment. In marriage, the little things are the big things. It is never being too old to hold hands. It is remembering to say, "I love you" at least once a day. It is never going to sleep angry. It is standing together and facing the world. It is speaking words of appreciation and demonstrating gratitude in thoughtful ways. It is having the capacity to forgive and forget. It is forgiving each other. It is giving each other an atmosphere in which each can grow. It is not only marrying the right partner, it is being the right partner. Jim and Melody, the vows that you're about to make are a way to share your love and commitment to one another. These vows are your way of openly declaring your promise to one another as well as to all of those who are here in attendance today. Melody, ladies first.
I, Melody, take you, Jim, to be my husband, my partner in life, and my one true love. I will cherish our friendship and love you today, tomorrow, and forever. I will trust you and honor you. I will laugh with you, cry with you. I will love you faithfully through the best and the worst, through the difficult and the easy. What may come, I will always be there. As I have given you my hand to hold, so I give you my life to keep.
Jim.
I, Jim, take you, Melodye, my wife, my partner in life, and my one true love. I will cherish our friendship and love you today, tomorrow, and forever. I will trust you and honor you. I will laugh at you, cry with you, and love you faithfully. Throughout the best and the worst, through the different and the easy. What may come, I always be there. I have given you my hand to hold as I give you my life to keep.
Jim and Melodye will now exchange rings to symbolize their commitment to each other. The ring is customarily worn. The ring is customarily worn on the ring finger, as it is the only finger with a vein running directly to the heart. The wearing of the rings is a visible, outward sign that they have committed themselves to one another. Jim, please take Melodye's hand and repeat these words. I give you this ring as a symbol of our love.
I'll give you this ring as a symbol of our love.
For today and tomorrow and for all the days to come.
Today, tomorrow, and for every day.
Wear it as a sign of what we have promised on this day.
Wear it as a sign as we promise today.
And know that my love is present,
And I will let my love is present,
even when I am not.
even when I'm not.
Melodye, please take Jim's hand and repeat these words. I give you this ring as a symbol of our love.
I give you this ring as a symbol of our love.
For today and tomorrow and for all the days to come.
For today and tomorrow and all the days to come.
Wear it as a sign
Wear
of
it
what
as
we
a
have
sign
promised on this day.
Of what we have promised on this day.
And know that my love is present,
And know that my love is present,
even when I am not.
even when I am not.
Melodye and Jim, you have professed your love by exchanging your vows, and you have symbolized your commitment by exchanging rings. With all of this, there is just one more question I need each of you to answer, and then we're off to celebrate somewhere around here. Melodye, do you take Jim to be your husband, to live together in marriage? Do you promise to love him, comfort him, honor him, and keep him, in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, be faithful to him as long as you both shall live? Jim, do you take Melodye to be your wife, to live together in marriage? Do you promise to love her, comfort her, honor her and keep her in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, be faithful to her, and keep her in the lap of luxury as long as you both shall live? By the power vested in me, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Jim, you may kiss your bride. It is my honor and privilege to present to you Mr. and Mrs. Jim Champagne.
That's it, let's get out of here.
No, let's go. My mouth is dry. It does, yes, I have to do this.
Turn and face the camera now.
Careful.
Dun, dun.
Oh, I just get drunk.
Nobody's got rice?
I was gonna bring oh. We have stuff already
I have doves in the car, hold on.
They're not there anymore.
They've been in there
Said
for
it's
a
more
while.
like
Oh, geez, I
pigeons.
forgot. I put them in there on Tuesday.
They may not be.
Yeah,
they may not fly.
we got a Volkswagen Jetta and a whole bunch of pigeons.
Let's go, let's do it.
A bunch of pigeons.